Aloha and welcome to episode 6 of the Buddy Check. As mentioned during the previous episode, this one will be hosted by Rob and it will cover the contents of the marketing kit. Stay tuned for episode 3. We'll show you how to use those assets to customize them to your needs.
Picking up from where Kyle left off here, the marketing toolkit has a number of incredibly useful assets built into here. The idea is that we don't want you to have to start building anything from scratch. You can, of course, as Kyle will show you here in a little bit with Canva, but this way you've got some already made tools to get you started. But first things first, this particular marketing kit focuses on e-learning products. And so the first step to any marketing campaign for e-learning is to decide how e-learning fits into your business. And so you'll see that page 4 of the marketing toolkit here goes over some of the 4 key steps to determining that. The first thing is you got to figure out whether or not e-learning is going to be a focus of yours, whether you're going to offer it a la carte, whether it's going to be included in the course pricing for your courses, whether you're going to have students buy that off of Patti.com and affiliate with you, or buy it off your website through affiliate links, or just buy the course from you and then you'll assign it to them direct after having purchased it from the Patti Pro shopping cart or myself or Kyle. The second step is to log into your Patti Pro site as your store, and in the My Account section, you're going to click the link that says My eLearning Preferences. It's way down at the bottom. It's one of the hyperlinks there. And you're going to select the e-learning courses that your dive center offers. By default, they are all selected, so don't worry if you can't rush out there and do that right now. But if there's any particular courses that you aren't going to offer through e-learning, we want to get those updated, and that way this information will populate in the dive center locator off of Patti.com and provide the correct information to your students. So for example, let's say that you've just for whatever reason decided that you are not going to do wreck diving at your particular dive center. Maybe you don't have a good site for that, or what have you. You could uncheck that, and then that will update on the dive center locator. Third step is to download and utilize the Patti eLearning assets in this toolkit. As you're going to see when we get a little bit later on, there's a whole bunch of them. They're going to link you to several Dropbox pages that are segmented out by subject area and type, both type of diving as well as the subject matter you're trying to post to, whether that's social media or email or your website. And so you assemble the tools that you want to use, and then you can start pushing those out through your various channels, be it social media, email marketing, or website. And then last but not least, you're going to use your unique Patti eLearning affiliate links to earn revenue. Regardless of how you decide e-learning fits in your business, we strongly encourage you to at least put some e-learning affiliate links on your website. And that idea there is, if it's not your primary way to encourage people to purchase e-learning, it at least helps you collect those midnight shoppers, those folks who are on your website in the middle of the night or when you're not open or when you're not available, and are ready to jump in now or ready to impulsively buy that course. It allows you to go ahead and collect those folks, get them hooked up with their e-learning, and still get your revenue share associated with it. So it's good to have those affiliate links somewhere on your website. Now, that being said, we've done a lot of presentations in the past on affiliate links. In fact, we've got a whole how-to video in that marketing hub that Kyle showed you just a few minutes ago in the how-to video section there that talks about how to set up affiliate links on your website. Now, if you need some more instructions as well, you can check that out, or you can come down to this little hyperlink here, the Patti eLearning affiliate instructions, and that'll help guide you through it. And that'll help you copy and paste these links here to make sure that you are linking that customer to the correct e-learning that they're looking for. All right. So on our 6th page here, we get into the Patti brand guidelines. And you're going to notice on this page, there's a fair amount of marketing jargon here. The idea is not that you need to be branding your whole website to look exactly like the Patti websites do or anything like that. The idea here is we're providing you with the assets so that if you would like to create material in Canva that thematically aligns with the pre-generated Patti content, meaning that it uses similar colors, it includes the Patti logos. It has the same kind of font used in your written work there. This is everything that we use. And so if you're looking for some Patti logos, going over here to this hyperlink under logo will open up a dizzying array of options. It'll take you to a Dropbox page that has logos for print, logos for the web, that has various file formats, including JPEG, which is traditionally used for your web builds, your PNG, which is good for web, but also for print, as well as some vector logos in there, which will require an Adobe Suite to open in most cases there, or at least a program that can read those ESP files. But those are really great, especially when you want to blow the image up really large and make it really big. You'll find all of those available for download there, and they all work in Canva, as Kyle will show you in a bit. If you're trying to match our color scheme, which, as you all know, is the blue, red, white, and black, these are the color codes for that. Depending on the program you're using, things like MailChimp may ask you for a hex code for your colors there, and this is an easy thing to copy and paste and make sure the colors match spot on, so it doesn't seem just a little bit off when you send those out. And other programs, such as some of the Adobe programs, may ask you for the RGB sliders there, and these are the various values that are assigned to that to make it easier for you guys to color match. If you would like to use similar fonts, you can download the font that we use, the Noto Sans, which is a free download through Google Fonts by clicking this hyperlink here. Even if you don't use our Noto Sans font that we typically use, there is a huge array of free fonts to use for commercial use off of the Google Fonts page there, and so you can find all kinds of assets so that you can really give your page and your posts some serious punch. I'm getting ahead of myself here. And of course, we have our imagery here. This is more of a guideline than a particular value here. The idea is that when we put together a post, as you're going to see here in a bit, less is more. We try to avoid, collage kind of setups here and look for clean, evocative imagery. And so you're going to see throughout this marketing kit some best practices that are laid out on the margins here that'll guide you with, hey, maybe pick this and not that, that kind of stuff here. For example, we point out here that white space is good, especially when you're putting a message in there. A lot of folks worry about there being too much blank space in their images, but sometimes that can really help draw the eye to what you're really trying to show off. And then, of course, we have a note here on style in terms of, how do you stay in line with the Seek Adventure, Save the Ocean mission statement and tagline that encapsulates the Patti brand. How do you stay, within that particular style, and then, of course, make it your own brand, make it unique to you. Let's give you some guidelines here. The next few pages that we're going to go through here are going to give you some examples of various digital assets. And when we get to the end of this, Kyle's actually going to jump into Canva with you guys, and he's going to show you how you can take the assets that are available at the back of this marketing kit and build posts and content like we're going to see here. And so you'll see when you open this up that we're broken out into several different types of posts: social media posts, story posts, your email banners, and then website banners. And each is similar in construction, but has a few unique points that we want to keep in mind. And those are outlined on the right-hand side here. You'll see that we've got the best practices listed out for social media posts. And this particular page here is going to focus on your Instagram and Facebook posts. Whether those are your organic posts, meaning the ones that you just pop up as scheduled for your, on your free shop page, or whether they're your paid advertisements on those platforms. These sorts of images are sized correctly. You'll see that later on in the marketing toolkit, they're broken out by that size to make it easier for you. But the steps are pretty simple. You're going to select an image, whether that's from our image library or whether you're pulling that from your own database of images. I know a lot of you have got some really beautiful shots from diving in your area, and it's always great to use local shots that really encapsulate your diving, your dive center, and your organization. But you select that image, and then you're going to write some copy. And by copy, we mean the words that go on that image and the words that go below that image. In this case, since we're talking about social media posts, we are also talking about what gets posted with that. So for example, when you post to Facebook, you have an image and then you've got whatever you're saying about that image below. And so the key here is to support that image with some personal copy that's relevant to your dive center, that speaks to your personality and your shop's personality, and to make sure that you're using things like hashtags and location tags that help your would-be clientele find you among the dizzying array of social media that's out there on the internet. And then last but not least, you want to link your social media posts to your website or your social media page, so that when people find you, maybe they stumble across you on the internet, they have something that'll help tie them back to your website, that'll help tie them back to your business. And so they don't just become a lost person of interest, they actually become a customer. Very similar guidelines for social media stories. The difference here, as many of you know, is that a post is generally a static thing, whereas our social media stories, more platforms are doing that, like Instagram Reels, or well, frankly, Instagram has stories as well, Facebook has stories as well, but all of these little, posts or video clips that are just up for a very short amount of time. They follow up the same sort of guidelines that your standard posts will, but they have a slightly different format. They tend to be viewed on mobile devices, and so they're the full length and width of your smartphone. And so we've got some assets later on that are cut and sized appropriately for that. When we get to email marketing here, this is a little bit different, and we've developed some unique assets for this. The imagery that you use in email marketing, as many of you know, is largely a header. It goes up the top, it grabs the reader's attention, gets straight to the point. For example, in our examples here, we have the Seek Adventure. That's what we're focusing on here. And then we talk about the specific course underneath. But then we have a whole email below that where we actually address what it is that we want to talk about. And so we've gone ahead and provided you with some assets to help build out those emails, because we all know that it can be incredibly stressful to just stare at a blank page in Outlook or in MailChimp and trying to figure out exactly what it is that you want to say to your customer base. And so we've made it pretty straightforward. There's some assets later on that you can download to get copy. So essentially templates that we've put together that'll work in all manner of CRMs, that customer retention software there. And like MailChimp is the classic example, or Eve works with MailChimp, but Constant Contact and all of that kind of thing work there as well. So you log into your CRM of choice, you input the suggested copy that you've downloaded from the links that we have later on, and then you edit it to make it your own. So it's going to be the standard template that we put together, and it's sort of a one-size-fits-all. Well, now it's time to go in and do some tailoring, maybe change a few words around that are a little more you, a little more your dive center, speak to your dive center's personality, and then use either one of the provided images or build your own in Canva, as we'll see here in a bit. And then last but not least, we have web banners. And web banners take all kinds of shapes and sizes, whether they're the full width banners that run across the top of the page, or they're your sidebar banners for advertisements, whether they're on your website or whether you're using them to advertise through maybe some of the Google Ads or Google AdWords or similar. And so we have a wide variety of the standard or typical banner sizes images already pre-sized for those banner sizes down below. And again, these are pretty similar. You're going to want to customize them to fit your target. You're going to integrate imagery from your dive center. You want to link them to your website. You want to put your own copy in there or keep ours, whatever is easier for you. And then make sure that they either link to a sales page on your website or they link to your Patti eLearning affiliate link, so that you can capture that customer and not lose them to the multitudes of other dive centers that are all over the internet here. I think with that, it's time to kick it back over to Kyle.